or your parents can call the authorities on you for something simple to try to save your own life because they see where you headed. But they'll turn around and hate you for the rest of their life.
Let me ask you, we do these prison stories and we try to, of course, sway people from, putting themselves back in the penitentiary system. But I got to get your take. There's an artist named Ksoo whose father pointed him out during their trial, basically saying, yeah, my son did it. That was him. And basically snitching on his son. Mm-hmm. He was doing it to hopefully help him, lighter sentence and everything else of that nature. Give me your take on that as far as a father pointing his son out in court.
That's hard. That's hard. Because I'm on both sides of the track with that. Because I am a father and I am a son. You know what I'm saying? And I have been on the criminal side. And I'm on this side now saying that, that's not the way to go. So we all want to save our children. It's a fine line, bro. It's a fine line. Because sometimes your siblings or your parents can call the authorities on you for something simple to try to save your own life because they see where you headed. But they'll turn around and hate you for the rest of their life because you broke street code. They're not looking at you as, that's my mama, you hear me? That's my daddy. That's the ones who care for me. That's who ass I slid out of that I'm disrespecting. They look at it as, you just like them. You gonna turn me into these cocksuckers? Ain't shit you can tell me. Ever.
You're right. It's a very fine line. Moral compass, which way it goes. And like you said, your kid can hate you forever. You didn't.
My son right now dealing with some things. Yeah. I don't think I could pull myself to call the police on him. I can't do it. I can't. Yeah. But I'll do whatever I can to pull him out of that situation and make him see the errors of his ways. And where is it going to send him? Because you get away with something now, don't mean it's not going to come back to choke you later on. And us as growing adults, we don't see that shit. All we see is shit, I got away with it. I did that. You know what I'm saying? Or such, I fought the system and I won. But is it better to win the war? Or is it better to win the fight?
Well, that's facts.
And even if it came down to that, do you know which one you're fighting that you just won? Do you know if you just won a fight or did you win the war? Do you know the difference?
Come on. So let me ask, of course, this Prison Stories 101. Just I have to ask you, what is one sound that you'll never forget from the inside? Like one that just plays in your head.
Silence. Silence is golden, but in so many forms it can be deadly. When you walk into that penitentiary, especially when you're unknown, you can feel the tension you can cut it with a knife. When people get quiet, when there's a riot about to pop off, people finna lose their life. When people get quiet, it's not a good thing. Versus in the world, who don't want their peace? Who don't want quietness? But in prison, unless you're tucked away already, where can't nobody get to you, silence ain't golden, homie. That shit is deadly. And every time I walked into that day room and seen that dance floor empty, seen people separated, I already knew what time it was. I was just praying it wasn't me.
Speaking of silence, you ever had to do solitary, right?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Sometimes they say silence, like when you're in a cell by yourself, can really be loud in the sense that all you have is silence. How long have you went to where in solitary that, you know, you just didn't speak to nobody? How many hours would you say you just went with like no noise?
4 months. But like I say, sometimes you don't want that silence. So you create. I can't speak for the next person that go to SIG or get locked down. You know what I'm saying? I can speak for me. Sitting around in dead silence and stuff and don't know when you're coming out of here will cause you to question yourself. Question everything about yourself. It'll even cause you to step outside yourself and create another entity, another human being, somebody that ain't even there. Now you're in the cell playing basketball, 1-on-1, 21.
Hope you don't lose. God damn.
You know what I'm saying? Now you find yourself being creative and shit, drawing on the wall with candy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing all kind of weird stuff. Talking to yourself. Thinking that everybody is out to get you now.
Yeah, when you start talking to yourself about, you know, when you start looking at
and let's get one thing straight, because I used to hear it all the time. Boy, you talking to yourself? Crazy. You talk to yourself, it's crazy. But I come to find out that's not true. That's not true at all. Why would you ask yourself a question if you couldn't answer it? Why? If you had to ask yourself, what's 8,000 times 21? Why wouldn't you answer that? Why would that make you crazy?
That's real. I believe it's when someone, or in your mind, you start talking to yourself and then you start talking back to yourself. So when you ask a question and then you start responding, oh yeah, you damn sure right. Is that where it's people kind of start losing a little bit?
It depends. It depends. Because for me, I would do it all the time. But a lot of time I would be in character because I would be writing a script. So why wouldn't I act this person out? I'm him, I'm her, I'm them. Just to see how it's going to sound. Just to see how it's going to move versus it playing in my head.